So today we're going to be looking at the Renegade. Now this tank, you fall into two different camps. You either love it or you hate it. I meet very few people that say they don't mind the Renegade or kind of sit in the middle. And that is because the gun is very, very good on this vehicle, but it does have this on top of the tank, which is an issue. Basically everybody that you meet, even the lower tiers, will be able to pen you every single time. And although you do have very, very good turret armor, that thing on top of the tank makes it so that you really don't. Over the past 30 days, the Renegade is not anywhere near the top for the heavy tanks at tier 8. In fact, you have to scroll all the way down to around about the mid-level to see the Renegade, which has been played 92,000 times over the past 30 days on the EU server. It does have a positive win rate difference of plus 0.7, which is good, and considering that good players are actually playing this as well and performing a little bit better than they are usually, it would incur that yes, this is a good vehicle. And it really doesn't surprise me that good players are choosing to play this because, one, it's not sold that regularly, and two, you do need to be a good player to get the most out of this vehicle. For equipment on this vehicle, we are using Turbo Rammer Stab. Now, this is because I don't really care about the HP, which is actually very uncharacteristic for me. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I do enjoy HP boost on heavies. However, this vehicle I'm going to play more as a support heavy and not a brawling heavy. And that is because when you do put a turbo on it, not even in the correct slot, you go at 50 kilometers an hour. That is more than fast enough to go and play with medium tanks and just be a nuisance to those medium tanks. So if we do get onto a map that is small enough where I could go and play with the mediums, I can, but most of the time it would be just going with the heavies and just being a bit more of a supporting role. For the secondary loadout, obviously ditch the turbo and go with optics if you get Prokhorovka or something like that. Always have a secondary loadout, which is a scout ability loadout, just when you do get on proc. And just before we go into game, here are the crew skills. I'll just give a quick rundown. If you want to know the full details for each of these setups, link is in the description as always for these videos. But we have the commander, we then have the gunner, we have the driver, and then we have the loader. Remember that these skills are not necessarily in the order that I would train them, they are just there for the ones that I would like. Okay, so for game number 1, we're on Redshire. This is using the normal loadout, the loadout that I feel 90% of the people would play with in World of Tanks. We have no bond or bounty equipment, it's all going to be standard, a 50-50 loadout, and then no field mods with obviously just food being run. Now, it is Redshire Assault. We are on the defending team, which is not ideal, to be honest with you. Most of the time, you end up losing from this side. However, recently, I've been losing from the winning side a lot. So, you know, maybe it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It does, because statistically speaking, you do get a better win rate on the other side. But that's besides the point. Maybe we can defy the odds anyway. The problem that I'm facing right now is that I don't want to push forwards. Obviously, we've already spoken about this tank, how it's not really a brawling tank. Some people can make it a brawling tank, and that's fine. But for me, I don't want to try and make it a brawling tank. I would rather play to its strengths and just try and support at longer ranges, as and when I can. The fact that I get spotted there is a little bit worrying. Although I don't feel like there's anybody actually over here. The KV-4 is over that side. So the KV-4 is over there, but I don't know if there's anybody right here. They'll be very, very dumb if they peek this. Sometimes doing nothing is the best option. You could just sit here, wait to see what is going to happen, and then choose what you would like to do. Trying to push into them is not always a good option. As you can see, they are pretty well dug in, and all that we really have to do at the moment is just keep them spotted, and they'll eventually die. So, although it's not very good for us, I mean, as soon as people get spotted over this side, if they become impatient or something, we can also then shoot them. So, it's just a little bit of a waiting game right now. I don't really want to push into the mid, because if I'm where this KV-3 is, all it takes is for one person to then overpeak. Yeah, sure, he may die, but it's not always the case. There we have you. We put a lovely shot into him. Again, people trying to overpeak, trying to get kills when they really shouldn't be, and then we can punish them as and when they do so. Do you reckon this guy's going to try and overpeak to kill the KV-3? Yeah, the exact same situation kind of happened to that KV-3 that I was going to get myself into if I went down there. Ah, hello. One into you. You do have 2.6k DPM with this build currently. So it's actually very nice. Regarding DPM. Talking about the penetration, you have 226 on the standard rounds with 1.2k shell velocity. Obviously, we are using perfect charge. And then you have 1,500 shell velocity with 255 pen on the premium rounds. Again, obviously, we have that 10% increase from perfect charge, so keep that in mind. Right. Well, so far so good for us. Let's see if we can actually put one into this KV4. There is a shot here. There we go. And as you can see, overall, accuracy is nice. There is people behind me. I don't know whether or not this guy is going to... No, he's probably not going to continue. So, let's try and put a few shots into this as and when we can. This guy has made a misplay of trying to go out. Put one more into him. I'm not too sure what it is to mark this tank. So we're just going to try and do as much damage as we possibly can. Which is obviously what we should do, but I'm going to try and aim for around about what the free mark goal is for this vehicle. I believe it's about 3.5, 3.7. The last time I checked, but it could have gone up since then. Interesting. The chopper has pushed around, but I don't think the chopper has shots on me. No, not yet. Not currently. I think the houses are in the way. Yeah, it is in the way. I mean, maybe there is a shot here. Never mind. Okay. Juto, or Juto, has tried to be aggressive. KV4, any shots? Kalana is out in the open. Okay. Yep, sure. Well, KV4 is dealt with. No shots on him. We get spotted again. I'm not too sure what by. Kalana tries to take a shot at me. That is going to be a very, very hard shot to hit. I'm not too sure if that one hit. Okay, I'll tell you what I might try and do is actually go back. Again, I'm not so sure if I'm going to get spotted while doing this, but we're not going to win this at the moment. So I'm going to try and go back over this way, and I might try and push this Juto. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is anybody that's in the mid that I obviously can't see. They don't have a light tank. But we need to try and do something because it's only 3 minutes 40 remaining, and if it goes down to 0, we lose. So we're going to try and deal with this this guy over this side. We may take a shot because we're crossing the open. We could have played it a little bit safer and I mean, we kind of knew he was there. Yeah, we could have played it a little bit safer and not taken it so short. But we now need to try and get a shot on this guy. Very good. Okay. We met that. One into him. Wow, okay. I was not expecting him to hit that. Very good. Eshu finish him off. We now just wait. Just trying to hide the cupola as well. Nice, he misses again. Okay, we should be unspotted now. But the problem is trying to push forwards from here. So we're now back to being no longer stunned. We're going to try and push down and in. Again, I don't think we're going to be winning this game, but maybe. Maybe we can make something happen. Obviously, the IS actually shot us. Which does make me wonder whereabouts he is. I'm pretty sure the Tiger is going to be in the castle area. We could try and blind the IS. He might be up in the cap, like in by the big tree. I think he's using the small gun on the IS. Like the 300 one. Unless he's using... Does he get a 250 gun? I can't actually remember. He may get a 250 gun as well. He either low-rolled massively on the 300 or he's using the 250, 240, whatever gun it is that I think that tank has. It might not actually have it. Am I spotted? Yeah, he's right there. So that's a problem. That's an even bigger problem. I think we're dead here now. Be interested to see if we actually did get a shot into him. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I don't think we're going to win. There's nothing I can really do to change it right now. That one missed. Unlucky. Our team needed to be a bit faster. I mean, there is a chance that we can still win. Hi. Yeah. There's nothing really I can do. They needed to be a little bit faster. Like, attacking when there's only 30 seconds remaining is not ideal. You're not going to win. So at the end of the day, we got 4k combined, which is good. How much did we do on the Lorraine? 62. He only has 62 damage, or health remaining. Yeah, 3 kills, 3k. That's good. It's a good score overall. It wasn't a win, but as I said, like on that map, it's very, very easy to just win when you're defending because you don't have to do anything. And unfortunately, teams then forget that and they try to rush in and die, and then they lose. But yeah, good game nonetheless. So you now join me on Mannerheim line for the Peasant loadout. We're going to the left-hand side to play with the mediums. What is this tank? Interesting. A Wojtek. I have not seen this before. Very interesting. Anyway, we're going to go over to this side, and we're going to be playing around the B line to see what can happen. We're not going to be trying to push it. We're just going to be playing it a little bit defensively. And, I mean, hopefully, me and this Wojtek will be able to hold it off. There is a Mars, Lorraine, 400. Big alpha. This gun definitely does feel very, very nice. This is a very, very nice gun to have at tier 8. 360 alpha, the DPM combination, it's really nice. There's no real room at the moment to actually progress through this. The thing is, we can't afford to push. Right? And unless the Progetto comes up and around, then maybe. But just me and this guy, we can't push into this because there's still the turtle that hasn't been spotted. I mean, he's probably down the bottom, but you never know. There's still the Barask. There's still Type 529G. We do have our EBR coming with us, which is good. Ah, the turtle is camping. I mean, triangle, no move. Why would it? Why would it go to the heavy corner? You don't need to. It's a triangle. Triangle is meant to snipe. Let's see if our EBR spots anyone as he pushes around. Wojtek finish him? Unlucky. I'm just going to put one blind here. Okay, it went into the floor. Which is not great, but that's fine. Maybe EBR will be able to finish him off. I'm going to push this. I need to kill this guy. Get this guy out of the game. The thing is, we're just sitting here doing nothing right now. It is now time to push. We killed this guy. He is on reload still, so he is now out the game. Type 59G is here. The Barask is also here, which is not great. However, if we just play a little bit passively, we should be okay. What I am going to do is make sure I try and peek up from this side to hide the Capoda as best as I can. They also might try and back off. I don't know. We don't really know how many there are, so putting one into this is good. Try and hide the Capola as best as we can by putting the gun up. Nice. Always aim for the rear. The rear is always the best. Borsig's there still. I'm a bit worried about him. Kill the Mars as he's running off. We get ready to shoot this now. Right, the Vortex should kill him. Nice. Hello. Medkit that. Not too sure where this Baraska's gone. Oh, sorry, not Barask. The Borsig has gone. I'm a little bit worried about him. Just trying to peek up to get some info. It is 10-2, so I mean... We're not really in any danger of losing the game, but... What HE pen do I have? 53. And it's enough for a Borsig. Yes, it's definitely enough for a Borsig. Lovely. And then put one into this guy. Very nice. Our turtle is... Ah, yes. Hello, friend. Because that's where you go in your turtle, don't you? Oh, dear. That was a bad shot. I actually thought he was a little bit further away than that. I don't know why. I don't think the Borsig is going to peek me. There you go. We can now just push this. Just push into here. Hopefully go and put a few shots into the turtle. Or Mr. Barask as well. Hello. One more shot and we're really, really good. A full health damage shot if we can. Maybe put some tracking in. Doesn't really make any difference. We've got everything in spotting at the moment. It's not like we're trying to mark it. Nice. 3.5k. 1,100 assistance. Very good. Yes, a very, very nice game. Apply. Top on the team. No gold. No food. Very nice. And we even make 144k credits profit. You got a minus 50k off of that because there was a mission. And in the last game as well, we made 45k, but you got to minus 15k off of that. And we're obviously running food with full price as well. So take all that in consideration. That's the credit income of the Renegade, for those wondering. And now, just before we go into the last game, we are going to run through the field mods quickly. Now, we're going to go for the left-hand side as we are not using hardening. We then go for the left-hand side for the accuracy, and then the right-hand side to give us some more view range, for basically for free. And there have been a few people that have said that this is not technically for free on the last field mod. In my opinion, it is, because the view range is something that is happening all the time to your vehicle, whereas the stun is only happening sometimes. And 10% is not worth it to go with the left-hand side and then lose out on view range. So for our third and final game, we are obviously using the try-hard loadout, the one that you would maybe choose if you're going to go for free marking, and we are going to the city. Now, there isn't really that many options. I don't want to go out to the right-hand side because it can be a little bit of a barren wasteland sometimes, and I want to try and be a support heavy. Now, that doesn't mean that I need to rush in and try and... What is going on here? It doesn't mean that I need to be right up close all the time. But it just means that... What is happening? It just means that I need to just play a little bit of a supporting role. And that doesn't necessarily mean that I need to sit right at the very back of the map. What is going on here? Everybody's so aggressive right now. I know I can't really do anything against this, and it's not exactly the best of side scraping. You know, like angling the front. This guy should die in a second. I'm just going to let them shoot it. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's twice now I bounced off the cupola. This guy should be dead. There we go. Peek out, put one in, run away. This guy's gun blocking that is actually quite annoying. Okay. You know what, in that case then, we're going to fall back. This will then open up, and that will open up as well, which is actually very nice. That's very nice timing. So let's just wait for this to all open up, then maybe we can get a better angle on people. The shell velocity on this tank is really nice though, with the APCR. At 1,500. Really, really nice. let's see. Any friends that would like to play? T-34-3 is pushed up. We don't want to be over-aggressive here. There's a fine line between being aggressive and overly aggressive. The 53 TP, however, is... Ooh, hello. I thought he was going that way. Is actually on the hull down over there, so I don't need to worry about him. I'm actually not used to the shell velocity being this fast. I'm actually missing a few shots because of it. Can we put... I need to try and get some more damage here, because we really haven't done anything. Vipera's pushed back to try and defend. Ah, 53 TP is here. Hello, friend. One into his back. Panther 2 puts another one in. Then we can finish him off afterwards. Finish him off. We can then try and push through this way, I guess. Yeah, the Nomad's going to be at the back as well, which is going to be a problem, but we should just be able to keep pushing. This is not a high damage game. This was a very strange game. Like, everybody just wanted to YOLO on the enemy team. I don't really understand it. We still have the Lorraine 40T as well, which is going to be a problem. I also am very, very aware that this gun could be anywhere. I don't actually know if that's where he's looking. Okay. The Nomad is at the very back over there. Do we have to just cap this out to win? We actually might. I mean, all that really needs to do to reset is just HE. Oh, we are resetting. Okay. Well, I mean, whatever. Okay. Okay, I don't actually like this, the way that things are right now. I don't understand what's happening with the gun. It's like it's become worse when I've chosen APCR. Right, I can't cap either way right now. There we go. Finally, we put a shell in. Yeah, I really don't understand what's just happened to the gun, though. Where is it going? Like, seriously? This was horrible. This was absolutely horrible. That is not the same gun that I was using in the past 2 games. That was awful. Well, that really just proves that RNG is the biggest factor of anything in this game, and if RNG says no, you're not getting damage. So, yeah. Only 1.9k and 700 assistance, which should have been a lot more, but sure. I mean, at least we can apply it. 18 shots fired, 9 hits, 6 pens. That's mental. And that's as good as the tank can basically be. Well, the free mark requirement is actually 3,291. It's gone down a little bit. I thought it used to be around about 3.5. So that has gone down quite a bit. But anyway, that is the Renegade. I fall into the camp of not really liking the Renegade that much. The gun is really, really nice, but I would rather play a different heavy that has more of a, you know, the turret armor and not such a massive weak spot. But the gun is really, really nice on this tank, and honestly the highlight of the vehicle. Apart from that last game where everything just went wrong, but that doesn't happen usually. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.